Good morning, y'all. I'm Marlene Bush, and this is Stitching by the Lake. Today is December the 23rd, which is Christmas Eve, as some of you have pointed out. I thought it was going to be a beautiful, sunshiny day. It's warm here, but it's a little bit overcast. So I'm not sure about the light for this video, but I think it's okay. I have lots of lights over me and all that sort of thing, so we'll see if it all works. I have a lot to tell y'all. I know it's been over a month since I've made a video. I can't remember exactly when. I want to say about the middle of November, and I had certainly planned to be back sooner because when I don't make one sooner than that, I end up with lots of piles going on. But I had a few issues going on. Didn't get things done quite like I wanted to. I had announced a giveaway, 3 giveaways actually, in my last video, and had told you I'd try to get them out by the 1st of December. Well, that didn't happen. I've been having a problem with my foot, my left foot. I had plantar fasciitis, and it just got really painful. So I went to the doctor, and of course I have a bone spur there, and from one doctor to the next doctor. And so I'm doing some things now that are helping alleviate some of that inflammation and pain. And I'm limping around, but I'm getting around. So that's a good thing. I had to stay off of it for a while. Didn't get stuff mailed out. But I'm going to do those giveaways right now. And then I have one FFO, but I have several finished objects. I have several whips going on. I rescued some stitches. I bought a couple of things. So several things to tell you about. The giveaway. Let's do that first. I have a list here. These were all quilt tops. Well, 2 of them were little quilt tops, wall hanging tops. One of them is a wreath, and the wreath is actually already put together with the backing and everything, but it needs to be quilted. And the wreath is going to Linda SQ. Linda SQ. And then there is tree that is going to Margie Cruz. I believe it was CREWSE, Margie Cruz. And then one that is a picture. I don't remember. Let's see what's on here. I know the word we were going to use was father. Oh, yeah. My father was a noble fir. It's a tree. And that one's going to Pam Miller. I used the random comment picker, of course. So if y'all would email me, and please email me. I'll put my address below. It's on all of my videos. But I don't always get messages on Messenger, and I do have an Instagram account. It's mbushretired, but I rarely ever check that. I don't get on it very often at all. So it's really, you need to email me and send me your address, and I'll get those out next week. I'm not going to try to go to the post office before Christmas. I'm trying not to get out very much at all because of the rise in the COVID numbers. And here we've got a lot of flu going on. So I limit what I'm doing pretty much to church and whatever else is necessary. Okay, I'm going to start off, just because it's on the top of my pile here, with some things I have. Let's see, what have I got over here? Well, first of all, I've been making some bags. I made zippered bags. I made about 20 because I made them for Christmas presents. This is my latest one that I made. This is a gift for a good friend. I embroidered this block probably 5 years ago. It's a Bible verse, and it says, "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made." And that's Psalm 139, verses 13 and 14. I actually embroidered it for a quilt I thought I was going to make, and ended up not making it. So I decided to turn it into a little project bag, and that's going to a really good friend. I hope to get that to her tomorrow, if not today. Okay, finishes. Since I have those kind of lined up right here, I think I'll do those. This is not the FFO, but it is a finished object. This is Good Tidings of Joy. This is a new pattern I got. Well, it says 2000. But it's new to me. I just bought it this month. And it's by Needlework Press. Let me put this back in the bag. Look at my notes here. I didn't write down here what the fabric is, but I'm pretty sure it's a 32 count clay. No, maybe it's American chestnut. I don't know. Doesn't matter. If you want to know, though, I have it written down in a book, so you can contact me. Just email me. I do know that I only used one thread. I used the call for threads, and I only used one, and later wished I had used two, because I think I would like a little bit more coverage. Santa leading some animals into the ark. I don't know how I'm going to finish that. That's such a long, skinny one that it's probably going to be difficult for me to find a pattern. A frame of any kind. I'd have to have one made. I was going to read to you. It says Noah's Ark was a very popular toy in bygone days, so it's only fitting that Saint Nick and Santa would deliver the toys to good little girls and boys. It's a vintage silhouette. I just loved it. I think it's really pretty, and I just don't know. I'd love to hear some suggestions on how to finish that other than framing. I may frame it before it's over. Okay, I showed you last time that I was working on a pattern called I'm going to mispronounce, Fraise de Noël. Completely wrong pronunciation, I'm quite sure. A strawberry. It's called Collection Tralala. And it is from broderie-tralala.com. And I did the Santa. But here's the thing, y'all. I bought the correct fabric. I bought a 32 count raw silver and stitched it the wrong way. I should have stitched it across this long way, but I stitched it up and down like this. So it's not going to be, I can't make it into the strawberry that it was intended to be if I just use this fabric. I still want a strawberry. So I have pulled out some red velvet, and I'm thinking that I could put some of this velvet. I made a stocking out of this years ago. I could put some of this velvet on the side of this fabric and make it big enough, because I have some more of this. I'm still trying for a strawberry with this one, because I really love the way that looks finished into a strawberry. I saw it at the Shepherd's Needle in Little Rock. They do such beautiful things. But isn't that pretty? Love it. I also told you about and showed you this one that I was working on. It is from Erna Hiscock. It's called Mary Kathleen Harris, 1873. It is a reproduction. And it looks like this. This is a PDF, so all I have is what I've run off. I first saw this on the Contented Stitcher, and she was using oatmeal scone and Old Crow, I think, from Belle Schwab, but that's what I chose to use. Let's see here. And this is my finish. You know, I told you that the reason I loved this so much is because the zebra was my high school mascot. Whoops, my fabric's falling here, y'all. This is on 32 count American chestnut, by the way. And so it was just very sentimental to me to be able to stitch that zebra. I have a good friend, Dory, who, when she saw this, sent me this sweet gift. Look at this. Isn't that the cutest thing? I love him. I don't know how, but I'm going to have him hanging maybe off the side of the frame or something. Wouldn't that be cute? I'm not showing you the bottom of this. Here we go. Now, maybe you can see that a little better. I love this, and he will definitely be framed. I can't wait to get that done. I'll be looking for frames after Christmas. And then my last finish is from Whilst Iris Naps, and it is the gingerbread man, off of her website. I do not have him FFO'd yet. He'll have a little bow around his neck, and he'll have some little buttons on his front. But I thought he was so cute. When I got out my Christmas decorations, I would have sworn that I had more small pillows than what I got out. I still think I do. But probably there's another box. We didn't get everything out this year. When we were trying to decorate around the 1st of December was when my foot was really, really bad. And I was supposed to be staying off of it. And it honestly, I had to. It was too painful. I couldn't do much. So we just decided to not get everything out. And I think some of my pillows were in another box that we didn't make it to. Excuse me, just a minute. I forgot to pull this one out. Uh-oh. New year, new resolution. Get organized. Okay, Goodness and Plenty is my FFO. This is the only one I have this month. This one is from Plum Street, and I showed it to you last time. This is just a little wooden box that I don't know where I got it. I've had it forever. I have not glued this in, although I might. All I did was lace it around some mat board, and I ended up having to just sew some of it down. It wouldn't stay, and put some Lady Dot chenille on there. I believe that I can just sit this on a table flat like this, but I could prop it up against something and let it show like that. I will very likely just leave this out during the fall Thanksgiving time, and the rest of the time I'll have it put away. Okay, what have I been working on? Y'all, I'm having a terrible time because I want to start so many things, and there's just so much time. I am going to probably do a whip parade for you. You know, I tell you every time I'll be back at a certain time and I don't show up. So I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to say in the next week or so, but hopefully next week I'll do a whip parade. And I don't have that many, it's under 20. But I'll also bring and show you the ones that I know I want to start very soon. I don't know. I don't have exact plans. I want to finish my Brenda Gervais Coming to America piece. I've never finished that. That's going to be really high on my list for my plans for next year. And I have some others that I really want to get finished as well. But what do? I just start something new. You know, it's like I start something and I just get enamored and I stitch and stitch and stitch on it, and I tell myself, you got to go work on something else. And I do, and then I fall in love with that one and I don't want to stop stitching on that one. It's a dilemma, y'all. Okay, new start. What Remains by Blackbird Designs. I know you've seen it. Several people have finished it. It's absolutely glorious. I love it. And this is my start. I decided to do what Carol Saltbox Stitcher does. This is not iron, y'all, sorry. It just came off the hook. And work on the border first so it would help me get the motifs correct in the center. And yay, my border matched. I was so excited about that. I got the border finished yesterday and did those little motifs right after the border before I went to bed last night. I'll be working some more on that one today. I'm not sure how far I'll go before I get sidetracked into something else, but it is what it is. I also worked on the stocking for my great-granddaughter that comes out of this magazine, and it's this one right here. I saw Vanna's finish of it for someone that was absolutely stunning and couldn't wait to stitch it. It's on 32 count red Aztec, and this is how far I've gotten, and that's pretty good, I think. I've got the fabric folded, obviously. It's going to be quite a bit more this way before I go up. Isn't that cute? It's really not a hard stitch at all. Not at all. And I also worked on Hannah Carter, 1838, by Shakespeare's Peddler. And that's this one. Love this pattern. I'm doing it on Gloriana Aubergine, using Gloriana Aubergine. And this fabric is a 32 count vintage gray. And this is how far I've gotten. I cannot get this in the... There we go. Now you can see. I'm not quite halfway. Probably a third. Yeah, about a third. That's what I think. Isn't that beautiful? I really love this font at the top. I think that's so pretty. And then another new start. My friend Susan sent me this sometime this year. I think it was this year. Jingle All the Way by Not Forgotten Farm. And actually have not done too badly with the start. I've got 2 of those houses done. There are 4 houses, and I've done 2 of them. And this is on 28 count clay. And those are the little houses. Very unusual colors, but I'm liking them. I love stitching on 28 and 32 and even 35, up to about 35 now. Since I had my eyes done, I can see so much better I get so much light in there that I don't have to have a magnifier for those. Now, somewhere around 36, and of course up from that, I absolutely have to have the magnifier. I still need a lot of light. I use a, I don't know what that light is, the long skinny one that will come right across your work. Lori Holt has one. If you've seen her videos, she uses that one. I use that when I'm not using the magnifier. And then I have a daylight, the clamp light that pulls over my work that has the magnifier on it. And I love that one too. I love all of those. Y'all, I also went to the thrift shop. I haven't been to a thrift shop in a long time. And I was going to see a friend to help her in her sewing room right around Thanksgiving. And there was a little thrift shop that I hadn't been to in probably months and months. So I stopped in real quickly and found a couple of things I want to show you. First of all, this bag is completely quilted, bottom and all. It has this nice flat bottom. I think I paid $6 for this. It has pockets on the inside. It looks like it's never been used. It has a button closure on the top and handles. Is that not so pretty? What a wonderful project bag. I mean, this would, with the little pockets, everything would fit right down in there. It's got someone's name in it. She made it in 2010. And I'm looking forward to using that. It would be great to take just one little project, like if I'm going up to my son's to spend the night, everything would stick right in there and go perfectly. I also found, and I bought a couple of these, this spool. Who knows whether it's the truth or not, but it says these came from India and were used for thread when they were weaving. This is not the thread that would have been used. This is just a twine, and it had these old scissors attached to it, which aren't worth anything. I mean, they're rusty. But I thought it was cute and would make a nice decoration and a nice gift. I've got 2 or 3 of these, so I may give one of these away in another video. I also found, I don't know if y'all have seen these before, sugar mold is what it's called. I have a long one that for a while I kept silverware in on my countertop, particularly when we were having people over and I would have like a dessert and my saucers, then I'd have my silverware up out of the top. But the single ones I particularly had not seen before, and I found a natural wood one and this one, and I bought them both because I thought, look at this. You could mount something right here, a small cross-stitch piece right there, and it would just sit flat. I think it would be perfect. So I bought those 2. And then, of course, I found some stitches that needed to be rescued. This one, I just love it. On the back, it has written, "Speak to the Earth." I assume that's the name of the pattern. It says, it's a Bible verse, "But now ask the beasts and let them teach you, and the birds of the heavens and let them tell you, or speak to the earth and let it teach you." It's from Job, chapter 12, verses 7 and 8. Look at the detail. It's Ada, I want to say probably 18. Count Ada. Look at the little dots on the deer, little white tail on the fox. So sweet. So that's going up on my rescue wall, which needs a little work. I'm looking at it up here. And then I found this huge one. I'm going to have to reframe this one because it's so big and it's matted. I would assume this is called a virtuous woman. It is Proverbs 31. And this is what it looks like. I'm going to come back here so you can see how big that is, and then I'll come a little closer. I'm not going to read this whole thing to you, but how sweet is that? This frame weighs a ton. A ton. It was not professionally framed. Neither of these were. But there's plenty of fabric, I think, on both of them. This one for sure to be reframed because it was wrapped around a piece of cardboard and taped. So I am definitely going to take that out of that. Okay, let's see if I have anything else. No, that's it. That's all I have. Good. I kept it under 30 minutes this time. I like to do that. I hope that this is a wonderful, special time of year. So many families get together, and so many friends touch base with each other through Christmas cards, and I've gotten some wonderful Christmas cards. I unfortunately have not gotten any out, although I do have a few that are going to go out in the next couple of days. Late, but they'll be out. I only got to go one time looking for new Christmas cards, and I could not find any. Our Christian bookstores here have closed down, and I went to Hobby Lobby because they always have them, and they were sold completely out, and that's been 2 weeks ago. So they must not have gotten very many in. I don't have a Target. I do have a Walmart, but I didn't see any cards there. If they had them, they were back somewhere where I didn't get to. But I have a few left over from last year, so those will be going out, and I'll be writing notes to some people also in the next few days before the new year. I'm hoping to do that. But this is also a time when some people are having a very difficult time, when they've lost loved ones this year or had crisis in their life. So let's think about those who are having a hard time right now. And for those of you who do so, say a prayer for them or keep them in your thoughts. That would be a good thing, I think, for all of us. I hope that your Christmas is wonderful. I hope that it is filled with joyful moments and lots of laughter and good food and good times. And I look forward to seeing you again in the next week or two, okay? Bye-bye.